I've done a couple of warm-up sets on rack pull. I'm feeling weak, to be honest. I didn't get the best night's sleep last night in the hotel, but I'm going to go into the first set. I've got 2 45s and a 25 on each side, so 90, 150, 230 plus the bar, 45. Probably looking around 300 pounds, maybe? Yeah, it's about 300 pounds, and I'm going for 8 reps. The reason why I've set the plates up as they are on here is because I'm going to strip the 45 off and do 12 more with the 45, 145 and 125 on each side. So I've got 8 reps and then 12 reps. Yeah, like I said, I'm feeling pretty tired, but try to get the work in and get it done, I think. Alright guys, what's up, and welcome to another commentary. First episode of my Alphalete Experience. So we're hitting it hard with a pull workout today, and we're going straight in with some rack pulls. Now my lower back was really getting it on this workout. I set it up at a perfect position, got the bar just below my knees, so it's the top half of the deadlift. When you get to the top, you squeeze your glutes, but you can really feel your back activating. Just there you could see that my right hand, I had to go underneath. I was just sweating and I was just losing my grip and I couldn't hold onto the bar, so I just switched it over. So I dropped it straight down. You can see, took a 45 plate off and just repped it out for 12. Probably could have just got 13 out, but my hands were slipping, so I just thought, you know what, just save form, focus on the contraction, get good quality reps out, and then bam, I was feeling it. Unfortunately, I only did film 1 set, but I did 3 sets, 8 reps on the heavy weight, 12 on the lighter weight. Shit. Set 1. Fucking hurt. Halfway through the set, I don't know whether you noticed, I had to switch my right hand and got hand grip, just because I was losing my hands and I wanted to keep grip on the bar and keep going. Right. Minute and a half, 2 minutes rest, and then we're going to go back into it. His hat. So it turns out I forgot to film the last set, so managed to squeeze it out. I kept losing grip with my hands because I'm so sweaty. My hands are literally soaking, so is the rest of my body, but managed to get them out. Felt weak the whole way through, but just took a big deep breath, got on. Took a little bit longer than I expected, but there's nothing you can do. Now I'm moving on to the pull down. Just check this out. So I'm going on to the mag grip, and I'm going to go wide grip pull down. Next exercise, same again, 3 sets of 8 with drop sets with every set. So 8 reps, 12, 8 reps, 12, 8, 12. And then having about 90 seconds rest in between. Sometimes it's a little bit more because of how hot it is. I'm just struggling with the heat, but drinking plenty of water. I'm probably a third of the way through my gallon of water already, and yeah, music's kind of playing in here, but not that much. So thankfully I got my headphones in. She's over there and she's crying about the heat as well. She could probably go a lot heavier than that. I don't know why she's not. Still, I think Christian is here, but I haven't seen him, so I'm not gonna run around try and find him. I'm just gonna carry on with my workout, and if he comes in I might say hi and try and get a picture with him or something, see how he is. But yeah, right, trying to get down to work. Well guys, if you've never used a mag grip, I can tell you now that it was awesome. Straight from that first rep, I could really feel my lats squeezing, my back engaging, and I was getting a great contraction through my back. You can probably see it here, that my lats are really firing. My back is looking pretty good considering I'm on like an off season. I put that in inverted commas. Just really paying attention to try and grow, but I'm actually keeping quite lean, which I'm quite impressed with. So I'll take it, to be honest. I'm in a calorie surplus. I'm probably 3,600 calories a day, making sure I'm hitting my protein intake, 220 grams, 450 grams of carbs and roughly 100 grams of fat. I like utilising carbs as an energy source, so that's what I do for myself. personally, it just switches around for different people, whether they can fit fats in or whether they can fit carbs in, what they're utilising as an energy source. But once again, look at my back contracting with this grip. It is unreal. So I was on here 150 pounds, 8 reps, and then I was dropping it down to 105 and repping it out for 12, 13, sometimes even 14 reps, and just really focus on squeezing. Notice I'm not allowing my shoulders to come all the way up. I'm just going as far as I can. A little bit of a swing, but just keeping my posture nice and strong. Shit, man. Right, 2 exercises down. Workout's taking ages. I don't know why. Just like the rest period, I'm trying to keep them short, but it's hard in the heat. So I'm moving on to easy barbell curls on a preacher. Trying to isolate, keep the compound movement, keep both arms working together. 8 reps, then on to 12. Still pretty quiet in the gym. There's a few people in, but they're getting better, which is what you want to do. I just gotta make sure I'm doing the same thing. So if you get your head right. So I moved on to some preacher barbell curls, and this is the first set. So I'm still trying to figure out the weight a little bit, and this is where it's going to go down. So third movement, your biceps, they're already pretty fatigued from rack pulls, having to pretty much hold an isometric contraction, and then from the lat pull downs where they're contracting as a secondary movement or secondary muscle group. Now moving on to this, I was performing 8 reps as heavy as possible and really just focus on squeezing the biceps as hard as possible. When I get to the top, straight from there, dropping it down, I've got 12 reps. But here's what I do differently. I get myself set up, I go up probably a quarter of the way, and then straight back down, all the way down, and then up to the top again. And what this is going to do is just really activate the muscle and get every single fibre in your biceps contracting. So when you just go through a normal contraction, you probably don't utilise all the fibres, and then when you do it this way, you activate some fibres, release, and then activate all the fibres. That is gross. Oh man. The sweat is real, people. The sweat is real. So I filmed the last little set here. I'd gone slightly heavier. Now you're really going to get to see me do some work on this. I really want to grow my arms as much as possible. So lifting heavy, lifting some big weights is really just going to help that. And I'm really just focusing on form, really squeezing the muscle all the way through the contraction. And you can see here, I'm going through some pain at the minute. But that's what we've got to do to grow. I thought that was a pretty cool picture with the Alphalete in the background. I think I did take a screenshot of it. I may even put it as the thumbnail, I'm not sure. But here I'm just really grinding out those last couple of reps and getting some work done. Finally, no, I think I've got a couple of more movements. I'm going on to some shrugs. Now I wanted to place a little bit of different tension on the body, so I went with a rope. Now normally I go with a barbell or dumbbells and try and lift as heavy as possible, whereas this I wanted to challenge my body a little bit differently. So I grabbed the rope, got my hands with my pinky finger up and my thumb down towards the ground, and just really focused on stretching through the body and squeezing at the top. So really just placing all that tension on the traps right at the top. Second movement, I switch my hands over. Second set, I switched my hands over, had my thumbs at the top, and just tried a little bit of a different variation. I didn't actually notice it until just, to be honest, but felt it in my traps a good couple of days after. Actually, I'm still feeling it now, and it's been 2-3 days, so, you know, it works. I was stacking the weights, so everything I'd got, and then straight from there, I dropped it down and put like a little superset in, because I wanted to hit my traps as hard as possible. I really want to grow them, want to grow my arms, and I went straight into some upright rows. So on this movement, I'm really focusing on my elbows doing all the work, and just keeping my elbows above my hands just to really activate my traps as much as possible. You do get some shoulder like movement as well, and some shoulder contraction, but if you just focus on squeezing at the top, holding it nice and strong with your elbows, it's going to be your traps that work here. Alright, so this was movement number 4, just hitting those traps nice and strong. Lauren's dead in the background there. And then moving on to some standing rows. That's what I'm going to call them, standing rows.
I couldn't find the weight for this exercise because I've never done it before. I've seen it done before, but I've never personally done it myself. So I was struggling to find the weight. So what I did is I put a 20 on, a 45 on, sorry, or 20 kilos in the UK. Then I put a 25 pound or 10 kilo plate on, and then I had another 45 or 20 kilo plate on the outside. I switched it, took it off and dropped it down to a drop set. So I was doing 8 on the heavier weight on each arm, then I'd drop the weights down, do 12 on each arm to finish it off. And you can just see from this angle, I'm trying to really wrap my elbow around my body. You might see it here on this one. Bang. Actually, it's going out slightly. My focus is to try and wrap it around my body, just to really try and activate my lats, activate my arms, and just really get a good squeeze at the back of the movement. It's difficult, but this was actually a good variation for me. I'd not done it before. Okay, final exercise. You've only got 2 sets on this, okay, but you're going to be doing roughly 40 reps. So starting on 110 pounds, you're going to perform 8 reps, nice and controlled, nice and strong. So squeezing at the top, really get a good contraction. 8 reps on 110. Well, this is what I did, okay? 8 reps on 110. As soon as I'd done 8 reps on 110, I dropped the weight down to 90, did another 8 reps. As soon as that was done, dropped it down to 70, 8 reps, 50, 8 reps, 30, 8 reps. Okay? This is called surfing the rack. So you are literally, it's basically a drop set, but with a drop set you'll maybe do 1 or 2 drops, whereas this you're just continually dropping down. You got 2 sets and just really just repping it out, getting a good squeeze. Lauren was filming me on this one and she was like, I've got to get Christian in the background. I've got to get Christian in the background. So yes, you can see Christian Guzman in the background. It was an awesome facility to go and train at. The guy's doing awesome and he's certainly an inspiration to myself and a lot of people. So if I could ever get a facility like this and have motivated people like myself and everyone traveling the world to go and see this, it'd be a dream come true. So going back to the exercise here, just really focusing. I was fatigued at this point, my body was just aching. I hadn't got much left in the tank. To be honest, I hadn't eaten much before the workout, so I was kind of feeling a bit flat. I tried to drink as much water as possible. Just a quick side note on that, if you're drinking enough water you will get a good pump. If you're dehydrated, if you're flat, there's no water in your muscles, so your pump is going to look poor. Now I didn't think my pump was actually that good today because I was so dehydrated and I hadn't drunk enough. We had breakfast, I had a coffee, so I was probably a little bit more dehydrated there. But just really try and focus on your water intake, focus on your food, get those right. If you need any help, do contact me. I'm helping people online with their macronutrients and their training. Okay, workout complete. Finished off with surfing the rack. Now started on 110 pounds, performed 8 reps, dropped down 98, 78, 58, 38. Just really, at the end, really focus on squeezing at the top and then coming back down. Absolutely killed it, and I'm pretty sure Lauren filmed Christian instead of me. We'll see. I did speak to Shirley, got a picture with him. Didn't want to interrupt too much, so I just left the guys to it and get back in there either tomorrow or Sunday. Probably tomorrow, isn't it?
Probably tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow. And then, yeah, it's a good day. So now we're going to go and get some food. So,
Cheddar's!
Are we going to Cheddar's?
Yeah.
We are going to Cheddar's in Houston. So thank you very much for tuning in. I'm not filming my eating, I'm just filming the videos in the gym. I'm going to have done a voiceover, so I hope you enjoyed the voiceover. Please do go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's Alphalete video.